So you mentioned kind of collaboration there, right? And I think that seems like a really big theme for you guys. I mean, the shirt I'm wearing is a collaboration, right? And I think that is that something that has that always been there, or is it something that has increased over time? Is that something that that Alessandro is
Yeah,
pushed, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that, how that has evolved from when
yeah.
you started in 2008 to today.
Look, when Alessandro was appointed, actually in 2015, the industry at that time, fashion and luxury, it was a very one-way relationship. I mean, the fashion brands were extremely controlling. They wanted to have every element of the experience controlled in a kind of very minute and detailed way. That idea of kind of inclusivity, that idea of creation through co-collaboration, was far removed from the luxury world. Alessandro, in one of his very first collections, brought to life a really interesting collaboration with a pop artist called Gucci Ghost, Trevor Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
And Gucci Ghost had effectively been abusing the Gucci trademark in his works. But actually, Alessandro thought of it in a very different way. He thought of the fact that he was an artist who was celebrating the iconicity of Gucci. And so he said to himself, rather than the traditional way of dealing with an issue or a circumstance of this nature, which might have been to engage a lawyer and bring to an end this particular creativity, he thought that he would embrace the creativity, and so he created a collaboration. And really, from that moment onwards, Alessandro's trajectory has been really based essentially on this notion of inclusivity, of celebrating what Gucci has become renowned for, and bringing other creativity into that narrative, and kind of seamlessly fusing creative inspirations. And as a result, over the last 6 years, we've had some amazing and memorable collaborations that have resulted in capsule collections and other types of content creativity that have very much informed our storytelling. And I think that's very much a statement of the world that we live in today. And of course, social media is a very inclusive kind of medium. The notion that everyone has a voice, everyone can comment, everyone can contribute. And so I think this notion of co-creativity is very timely and very much part of the zeitgeist for today, for the world that we live in.
I mean, it's just more fun as well, right? Like the idea of co-creation is just so interesting, right? And to, like you said, I think there was a lot of fear before that, right? Like, how does this change the brand? I'm not in control. So letting, and this is, I mean, this is an iconic brand. I mean, I believe it's like 100 year. You guys just celebrated, right? 100 years.
We're very happy to be in our 100th anniversary year as we speak,
Yeah.
and celebrating it. And to your point, of course, a brand like Gucci over 100 years, and perhaps Gucci more than any other luxury brand, has a remarkable archive and remarkable iconography within that archive that represents what the brand stands for, and symbols and motifs that our community are very proud of when they have the possibility to carry them or wear them. And so when you enable co-creativity, it doesn't mean that you let anarchy reign. I mean, there is a high degree of curation, and Alessandro actually, I think, is renowned for his attention to detail and his approach to curation. But what he does masterfully is to create this magical mix, and sometimes a mashup that it resonates in a very contemporary way.